Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the November 7th, 2020 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, and it is time for the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view pre-show review. I got that all out.
Yeah, you did. I'm proud of you. So proud of you.
If those of you who are not familiar, you should be by now, but we are breaking down the matches for AEW Full Gear, which happens tonight. We're going to give you our picks. These pay-per-views do not reflect the WrestleMania contest, so these points are just for fun.
So he can't get the points and beat me, is basically what he's saying.
I'm going to beat.
By the way, 2 points. We need to talk later.
All right. Let's start from the bottom of the card and work our way up. Orange Cassidy.
From the bottom now.
Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. Let's do the pre-show first.
Okay.
The newly crowned NWA Women's Champion Serena Deeb defends the NWA Women's title against Allison Kay in the pre-show. Who you got? I'm going to go Deeb.
I'm going to go, yeah.
She just got the belt.
Yeah, stay with the champ.
Max?
Well, I'm with you fellas.
Good answer. Now that this was moved to the main card, Orange Cassidy versus John Silver.
See, here's the deal. I love Orange Cassidy.
I dig
it. But you know what I love more than Orange Cassidy?
I hate Orange Cassidy.
The Dark Order shit. So, this is a first. I'm going John Silver.
You're gonna go against Orange Cassidy.
I sure am.
Well, I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy because I'm not a moron.
That isn't true. Your mama didn't have you tested. Ow.
Max, who you got? Orange Cassidy or John Silver?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not familiar with John Silver, but I'm going to go with John Silver because in my head, I'm just thinking about Long John Silver, and I was always a pirate fan.
Arr, matey.
Do you know what a pirate's favorite? You know what a pirate's... You know what a pirate's favorite letter is, right?
R.
No, you would think it would be R, but it's really the C. That's right, you're welcome.
Such a bad joke, but I love it.
It's so good, though, isn't it? All right, anyway, back to task.
Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in the Elite Deletion match.
Matt Hardy.
Same.
It's kind of hard to go against Matt Hardy in his own match.
Let's hope that, this way they can control it. Matt's not going to end up with another concussion.
Right.
Sammy Guevara.
He's okay.
He's giving him like 5. Max, what do you think? Matt Hardy or Sammy?
Oh, I got to go with Matt.
Yeah. I think that's a universal choice there.
Yeah.
In one of the more interesting matches on the card, Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho wins, MJF doesn't join? Is that MJF does not?
Yeah, MJF has to win to be able to join.
Okay, so MJF wins, he gets to join the Inner Circle. And if MJF loses, he doesn't get to join the Inner Circle. It's a weird...
It's also heel versus heel, which is kind of interesting.
Again, my prediction, MJF wins, takes over the Inner Circle, and puts the boot.
Yeah, and they boot Jericho out on the same way.
Just have a game of Red Rover.
Not to mention, it's a good way to write Jericho off TV for a little while. Because how can I miss you if you won't go away?
Right.
So, I'm going to say MJF.
Me too.
Max?
Yeah, probably MJF.
Who is just the best.
He really
You
is.
don't know who Maxwell Jacob Friedman is? Educate yourself. Because he is just outstanding.
He really is fantastic.
Hikaru Shida defends the AEW Women's Championship against Nyla Rose in a return match for the women's title. Nyla dropped it to Shida. Now Nyla gets a rematch.
Shida's been champion for so long.
Yeah, she has. And I think they would make.
And I think she's going to retain.
Yeah, so do I. I think they would make room for a new champion against Shida instead of putting the belt back on Nyla so quickly.
Right.
Max?
Yeah, I'm going to go Shida.
Yeah, I'm with you, Phil.
Kenny Omega versus Adam Page.
Kenny.
2 members of the Elite for the number 1 contendership for the AEW World Heavyweight title.
I got to go Kenny Omega.
I think I have to. Not that I want to, but I think...
Kenny Omega versus John Moxley is a better draw than it would be.
But
Page
what a swerve Adam Page winning would be.
It would be a swerve, but it would be pointless.
I agree. Yep. Kenny Omega's the pick. Max?
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, who just got his full name back from the WWE, defends the...
I should have bought that name.
You should have. and then sold it back to him for a
lot of money. If I would have sold it back to him and got that money, we wouldn't be doing this. We'd have
a way cooler setup. It would be Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin for the TNT title. You think Cody's going to?
That's right. That is tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, Darby Allin.
Here's why I'm struggling.
Okay.
Because Cody only dropped the belt to Brody so he could go and do the TV show.
Yes.
So was the original plan always for him to drop it to Darby? Is really what I'm getting at. And that's why I'm inclined to pick Darby. However, on paper, Cody just got the belt back.
He did, but he didn't.
So is it a good time to take it off of him?
Yeah,
sure.
Cody can't even hold on to his own name.
He ain't wrong. You take the title off and put it on Darby. Darby then gets to feud with Brian Cage, gets to feud with
Ricky Starks,
gets to do all this. That builds up that part of the card. It's Darby Allin by mine.
I think you're right.
You can get more out of it with Darby Allin than you can Cody Rhodes.
I think this is the hardest match on the card to pick, honestly.
Because, Cody was champion for almost, 6 months?
Yeah.
At least. It's somebody else's turn.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to go Darby. You convinced me.
From the outhouse to the penthouse kind of thing, story-wise.
Right. Max, Darby Allin or Cody Rhodes?
Well, I thought I was clear about that. Cody can't even hold on to his own name.
That's fair.
Hero.
That's fair. And the most anticipated tag match in a decade, FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Going to be a letdown due to the injury.
But they're going to have the match. FTR retains, baby. And if the Bucks don't win...
If the Bucks were 100%...
It would still be FTR.
They might be able to run that differently, but because of the injury, one guy having to fight him off the whole time is just not going to happen.
Max, FTR or the Young Bucks. Not to mention you got to take Tully Blanchard into consideration.
Yes. And Arn.
And in our main event, AEW World's Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley defends against Eddie Kingston.
Well, here's the deal. I, myself, will be cheering and rooting and screaming for Eddie Kingston.
I want Eddie Kingston to win.
Pick-wise, Jon
Moxley. Yeah. We pick the people we think will win, not the people we personally want to win most times.
Although, man, wouldn't it be great to see what
Eddie Kingston?
What next Dynamite would be promo-wise if Eddie Kingston was to win the title and come out and be like, I told y'all I earned it.
We called every single match unanimously except for the Orange Cassidy-John Silver match.
Do you know where that match should take place?
Where should it take place?
By the sea.
Jesus. All right, guys, that is our AEW Full Gear pay-per-view pre-show review. What do you guys think about the card coming up tonight? Be sure to tune in and check it out. Let us know via the Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown, via Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD, via email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below. Find us on Twitch because we're streaming it live. Stay tuned. What segment's next?
What do we got next?
Oh, next is This Week in Wrestling History.
This Week in History on the horizon.
Stay tuned for This Week in History.
One of us.